Wow. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So I was going to make a video about the Sentinels drama that's kind of going on right now with Zelsis and Pancata, and that is still coming, but I had to talk about this news that dropped today, which is the fact that Evil Geniuses are leaving esports altogether. Evil Geniuses has been around for a very long time, as you can see at the bottom of the paragraph. It was founded in 1999. It's one of the longest running esports orgs of all time. And now, as reported by Sports Business Journal, Evil Geniuses could be out of esports entirely by the end of 2023. That's a month and a half from now, less. They're trying to sell off everything, and everything could be gone by the end of December. They are desperately trying to sell all their esports assets. They have been unsuccessful. Nobody really wants to buy esports teams right now or rosters. It's just not a good investment at the time. There are maybe other teams and other orgs that might be willing to buy players and buy rosters and buy spots in leagues. We did see Shopify Rebellion buy I believe the TSM slot for the LCS, so maybe they'll do something like that for their VCT roster and their spot in the Americas League. But so far what they've done is they have dissolved their LCS roster. They no longer have an LCS spot. They were removed from the league, which was a mutual agreement between, I believe, the org and the league and Riot. They have entirely exited League of Legends, and we could see more dominoes start to fall. It would not surprise me at all if, we see everything go. It sounds a bit unrealistic for everything to be gone by the end of December. That seems like they have a lot of things to sell and they can't sell them, but they want to be out by the end of the year, so they're going to try their best. It's just a bad omen for esports in general if we're seeing one of the most storied and one of the teams that has been around since nearly the beginning of esports gone. They've won a Dota World Championship, they've won a Valorant World Championship. They at the very least have been successful at times. Now, they have not been running their organization properly for a long time now. Now, there was some serious drama with their CSGO roster back in, I believe, 2022, maybe earlier, where they just got a bunch of players and then it just did not work at all. There was drama with their Valorant roster when they sucked early in the year, but then they ended up winning a world championship. But now, as is on the board, they have kept their VCT Americas players in contract jail. All these players want to leave. They were told that they would have to take a pay cut to stay with the team, and since they're still under contract with Evil Geniuses going into next year, they're trying to sell those contracts to the highest bidder, and no one has pulled the trigger so far, at least from what we know as the public. So these players are just waiting and wanting to go to different teams and wanting to be on a different roster, one that actually wants to pay them. And while they might not find that, at the very least, you can get out of this org that has not been treating you very well in the slightest. And this was right after they just won a world championship. They won this org $1 million in prize money. Obviously, they get some of that. But it's crazy to me that you can win a world championship and then be told, oh, by the way, your pay is getting cut. You have done the best you possibly could do at your jobs, and you're getting a pay cut. So I don't blame any of those players wanting to leave the org after that. They are the fourth highest earning esports org of all time in prize money, obviously not in other financial ways. I don't think they sell the most merch. Their merch is pretty bad, to be honest. I don't think they have a huge footprint in a lot of the games that they're in at this time. I know probably Dota is the biggest one that they have a footprint on, and Valorant, they were pretty much irrelevant until 2023, and that was an insane run by an insanely talented team with some really good players, and I don't give the org any credit for that. It didn't seem like they cared at all about the roster going into the year with how they built it, but then these players persevered and wanted to prove everyone wrong, so it ended up working out. But again, I give no credit to the org. I give all the credit to the coach Potter and the players on the team, especially Demon 1. In prize money, this org has won $28.5 million in 1,002 tournaments. They have attended a lot of tournaments with either their rosters or players signed to like fighting games and whatnot. So they've won a lot of money. That's fourth highest of all time, as I've said. Wasn't enough. It just wasn't enough. And it's really a bad sign for esports that an org that has won this much money, fourth all time on the list, they're gone. They've been around for over 20 years and they're about to not be in the industry at all. Over the past 2 weeks, we've seen the Overwatch League be dissolved and not exist anymore, one of the more promising leagues when it first began. And now we've seen one of the longest running esports teams not be in the industry anymore. So it's dark times in esports truly right now. We're probably going to see more dominoes fall in the near future. Hopefully it's nothing too bad. Hopefully more orgs don't go under or leave the industry, but it's definitely going to happen. So we will see where this goes. Anyways, thank you guys very much for watching. Please click the like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.